All right, guys. Now that the Rise of Skywalker has had its world premiere, even more information is coming out about this movie from the world premiere. People have seen it. Not too many people are giving away anything about this movie on YouTube, on social media. But however, leaks are getting out there. So we're getting more details on information that we didn't even know about in previous leaks. And so let's jump into a couple of these here and talk about them just a little bit. First things first, we know that Star Wars is supposed to be a family soap opera. That's the way that George Lucas called it. He called it a soap opera in space. And this trilogy is supposed to be around the Skywalkers, even though the Rise of Skywalker, I don't know why they're calling that. That's another story, so I digress. But Kylo Ren, he's a Skywalker by blood through his mother Leia. And through two movies, talking about The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, they have been in no scenes together. They have never communicated. And I was wondering, why haven't they said one word to each other? I think that's a monumental failure because in the OT, Luke and Vader, they were father and son. They communicated with each other. But Leia and Kylo Ren never have said one word. Well, enter The Rise of Skywalker. According to the leaks for Rise of Skywalker now from people that have seen the movie, apparently Leia and Kylo Ren still do not have one scene together. None. Zero. Zilch. And spoiler alert, Leia dies. And Leia actually, her last words are, Ben. That's it. So through three movies, you have no interaction with the remaining Skywalkers in this movie since Luke is dead. Kylo Ren and Leia. I think that's a monumental failure. I know it's probably hard to do something with this movie, considering that Carrie Fisher actually passed away and they're just using unused footage from The Force Awakens. They probably even used a little bit from The Last Jedi when Leia was actually in a coma. And they're probably going to use some of that probably to show her death scene. But anyway, that really did bother me about the last two movies. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to bother me also because we really want to see Kylo Ren and Leia interact since they're mother and son. Which also leads me to Kylo Ren's redemption. Now, Kylo Ren, he's had many things to say through the first two movies, and even in this movie when he's Kylo Ren. Now, we do know that he will be turning back to the light. He's going to be redeemed. He's going to be Ben Solo. But here's the problem. Once he becomes Ben Solo, once again, they say that he really has no lines in the movie. What the hell, J.J. Abrams? He gets redeemed and you don't give him any lines, so we don't know what Ben Solo is like. Maybe they want you to have that image that he is still Kylo Ren. They don't want to give you that image of him being redeemed. Now, one of the most beautiful things of Return of the Jedi is when you actually see Vader redeemed and turns back to Anakin, and he has that conversation with Luke. I thought that was a very, very great moment. And now we're not going to see Kylo Ren turn back into Ben and say anything. Well, he's going to turn back into Ben, but we won't hear him say anything. That's another monumental failure. Lastly, the question of the chosen one. George Lucas has already said that Anakin is the chosen one. He destroys the Sith and he brings balance to the Force. However, we know now that is not the case in this movie. Does Anakin appear in this movie? Yes and no. The leaks we heard before was that Hayden Christensen, all the scenes were cut out the movie. But however, the new leak is, from people that have seen it, is that his voice is in the movie. Now, the Jedi Patches leak asked if Anakin was in the movie, and he said not that he could remember. Maybe it's going to be such a small scene where you actually hear his voice that you can probably easily miss it. I don't really have any details on Anakin's voice in the movie. But however, there's no doubt about it that this movie completely destroys the legacy of Anakin in this movie because Rey is the one to take out Palpatine. Anakin really plays no role in this. So what? We hear his voice. He gives a pep talk or something maybe? No, that's not the way it's supposed to work. And I can't imagine that George Lucas is going to approve of this. This movie is all about destroying the past. That's all they're doing. They kill off Han Solo in The Force Awakens. They kill off Luke in The Last Jedi. And now Leia dies in this movie. Anakin, the story is overall is supposed to be about Anakin, the Skywalker saga, according to George Lucas. But according to Disney, it's all about Rey now. She is the prophesized chosen one. Now, there's probably a few other minute things we can talk about here. I remember that Jason Ward said that there would be an LGBT moment at the end of the movie. And J.J. Abrams also confirmed that himself. And it is happening in the movie in the way that Jason Ward said it. Apparently, it's going to be a character that was with Admiral Holdo in The Last Jedi. She shows up at the end of the movie when everybody's celebrating, and she kisses another female. We don't know who they are. It only lasts about 2 seconds from what we hear. So, you know, JJ, he has to check off the woke boxes and things like that. Representation. Where's my representation, JJ Abrams? Tell me. But anyway, that's pretty much all of the newer leaks that we have found out that are happening in this movie. If there's anything else, I'll kind of put it in a video later on, kind of go over it and things like that. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a whole lot more information on this movie before it actually comes out on Thursday. Now, the review embargo is still on right now. You can give your social media reactions right now. That's really about it. But at midnight tonight, people that saw the movie can actually start posting their full reviews on the movie, spoiler and non-spoiler review. Well, guys, that's all I have for you right now. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.